Hola, hoy estamos con Slavko Kalezić, representante de Montenegro en el próximo Festival de Eurovisión en Kiev, y vamos a saber más cosas de él.
Thank you. First of all, I want to thank you for inviting me. I'm really pleased that first country that I came in is Spain. So I function in a way of symbolic way. So this is kind of like of symbolic because all my life in the way I've been impressed with Spain and that kind of energy. So I'm very pleased I'm here for 3-5 days and I'm very touched. Thank you so much.
¿Quién es Slavko? Háblanos de tu carrera profesional que has hecho hasta el momento de llegar a Eurovisión.
I'm a professional actor, so I'm permanent member of Montenegro National Theatre for almost 10 years. I finished drama academy, basic studies of acting, so I've specialized dancing and acting, and after that I mastered degrees on actors movement as a special skill in the theater of 21st century. So that's the basic job I'm doing. After that I always wanted to make music. And I've always been impressed by, that kind of USA production. Everybody knows that I like Beyonce in the way, that kind of talent, that kind of skills, and that kind of production in the way she does. And everything is like in way of theater, all theatrical, so that kind of energy. So in 2011, I released my first single called Musa, on my language. And after that started my music career. So the main part of my career when we're speaking about music is X Factor. So that was a great journey in the way that I was a contestant till the live show. Mm-hmm. After that I was the host of the first live show, and after that in that season of X Factor first and the second I was a special guest and I premiered my 2 singles.
Toda esta experiencia que tienes en televisión, estudios de teatro, has participado en X Factor, ¿crees que te va a servir para Eurovisión?
I think it will, because when I speak about art and everything, I really want to impact people in the way that they realize symbolism of my art. So this is very important because I don't know, I'm not sure 100%, but I think that I'm a first professional actor who will jump out the stage on Eurovision. Because I really know, and I know a lot of contestants on Eurovision, I never heard that professional actor who works in the National Theatre have jumped out the Eurovision song stage. And I think that's very interesting in the way for all people, for all journalists and all the websites and televisions. I think that's the first thing it will be interesting, so I think I really feel like it's going to happen a huge thing in my life when I go to Kiev and when start all that pre-parties and when I release the song video. So I think it will be very, very special.
Tienes una personalidad artística muy marcada en tu país, por lo que nos comentas. Háblanos de esa personalidad, cómo eres tú sobre un escenario y cómo te ve la gente, ¿no? En tu país, ¿no? Cuando pues te ven sobre el escenario.
When I speak about audience in the theater, they really like what I do in the theater. First of all, I want to speak in the way that my first role in the theater, like 10 years ago, was I had a role of diva of the opera, like transgendered person. That was my first role in the theater. And that was a huge impact in the way when the people from the production in the theater saw what I've been doing on the stage, in the way, singing, acting, heels, and everything I've been preparing for 2 months. And after premiere was a great thing in the way. When I heard that applause in the theater, I think that all the theater is going to crash down in the way, because I really felt that energy. I think the most important thing about me as an artist that people like in my country is that they feel my honesty as an artist. that I'm not faking the way that I have a strategy to do the things. I'm really honest. And art for me is the way of expressing my life in the way, not private life, but the way of thinking of the life, unite people. I'm really like in Montenegro, it was not so facile for me in the start, because it was so much prejudice about me. First 3-4 years, it was like, oh my God. When you have some kind of interview and all that comments in Montenegro were so awful in the way that they speak about me as a person in private, but they don't know who is Slavko in private. Everything I do on the stage is in the way of art, so I'm showing my talent. And it's like virtuosity, you know. And after 3-5 years, now I'm really touched in the way that people realized what I'm doing in the art, and I really have a support.
En un país como Montenegro no debe ser fácil, como nos dices, ¿no? Sobre todo al principio, abrirte una carrera profesional como la tuya. Ahora llega Eurovisión, la televisión montenegrina te elige a ti internamente para el festival. ¿Cómo se fue acogida esa selección interna, ¿no? En un país como Montenegro, un artista como tú.
We had a concourse for Eurosong. So we won that concourse, and now they're very satisfied in the way that after first day they announced me, they realized national television how much my art, all this, because everything they talking about now and this moment about Eurovision in the way of Montenegro represent is for my background. So when all journalists saw my videos, my YouTube channel, my music, the style of my music, I really like electronic music, and now national television is in the way. Okay, we will be with Slavko in the way we will listen all his ideas, and that's very important. I really feel like humbled in the way they so open-minded and they want to hear my impressions in the way what I feel like that I should do on the Eurosong stage, and I'm very calm in the way everything goes in the way I want it to go.
Eurovisión es para ti una meta profesional, un sueño hecho realidad, o bueno, ha surgido este año, es una experiencia más. ¿Cómo ves tú el concepto de Eurovisión o cómo entra Eurovisión en tu carrera profesional? ¿Cómo encaja?
I think this is a huge thing for me in the way that there is a lot of producers in the Eurosong contest. All these 3 months now that are going to be so big in the way that I will have tour, and I think that I will see what an actor do on the stage. So I'm in the way that this is a big step for me, but I wanna show people that first of all I'm an actor in the way that when I'm on the stage I really feel like wanna show every second of my song will be directed in a way that when we speak about last year of Montenegro, about when we speak about Knez, Sergej, which I really like, they are so great musicians, but the only difference is that I'm an actor and I'm in the kind of style that I want to direct my performance in every second. So there won't be, free standing on the stage and singing. For me, this will be a great performance in the way that I will be on the stage. I have alter ego, and that's very important. So I think this is a huge thing that people will recognize, and maybe one day I really wanna have my show in Madrid, in the theater, my cabaret. And that's the main point. And of course, I wanna make music, I wanna record singles, but I'm not in the way, okay, I'm coming on the Eurosong contest like a great singer. I will sing great, but my career is not singing, my career is acting. I'm an actor who sings. That's a big difference between being a singer and actor.
Háblanos de tu canción, Space, es tu propuesta para Kiev. Aún no la hemos podido escuchar. Adelántanos cómo va a ser tu propuesta en Eurovisión.
Now, when I will be back in the Montenegro, we will enter in the studio because I wanna do a new arrangement of a space. We have the song, and I told you about we won concourse and everything. But I want arrangement different. I want modern arrangement in the electro style. And the arrangements, I want that song to be so dynamic in the way it's called space. So when we speak about space, it's about universe. That has to be in 3 minutes. I have to show all universe in 3 minutes. And that's a great hard working all these 2 months I have to make a Eurosong performance. So it will be different, it will be dynamic, it will be so energized in the way of performance.
Comentas que tú antes que cantante eres un actor que canta. Supongo que tu actuación en Eurovisión, en Kiev, reflejará un poco todo eso, ¿no? Ese gran show, ese gran espectáculo. ¿Tienes ya ideas de cómo va a ser ese show en Kiev con tu canción Space?
Yes, I have idea. A very important thing about me that I always had a concept in my head. I always know what I'm gonna do. And when I prepare a new thing, for example, if I have a premiere for 5 days, before that premiere, I know what I will be do next. And that kind of artisan in me, I have so much ideas. And I live art for 24 hours. Of course, I have a concept. Of course, it won't be Slavko like this. It will be some kind of role on the stage. But you will forgive me, I cannot give you more details about my performance in Eurosong contest. Yeah.
¿Cómo te vas a preparar de aquí en las próximas semanas, ¿no? ¿Cómo va a ser ese tour que vas a hacer para difundir tu candidatura, promocionar tu candidatura? ¿Cuál va a ser tu planning de trabajo desde ahora hasta Kiev?
Oh, I had to manage so many things like 20 days ago because I work in the theater. I have so many theater plays. But I'm very touched in the way that my directors in my theater have made free for me in the way that I can do now. I have 2 shows in February, and after that I will be free till June. So all the theater operas I have, somebody else will be beside me, will be jump in my role. So I can be free and I can be dedicated to Eurosong project. So I'm a perfectionist. And the things I'm doing, they have to be in the way. It sometimes happens that I've been rehearsing for a day for 10 hours. It's a little bit insane, but I'm so ambitious. And everybody in Montenegro know when I'm in some project, there's no pause. There is no, you may have one pause and we are doing all that hours. So I made a great organization. I have my team, I have my manager, I have my PR team in Montenegro and everything. And when I come back now from Spain, we will start very, very serious rehearsals.
Y en ese planning de trabajo, desde ahora hasta Kiev, tienes una cita en abril, el 15 de abril, en la primera pre-party que haremos aquí en España. Estás invitado y esperamos contar contigo.
Ay, gracias. I'm very emotional about it because I feel, I have a great intuition. And I know that first pre-party here in Spain will be so crazy because for sure, for Spain, I will prepare different performance. And the only performance they see in Spain, it will be for the Spain. That's what I will be doing here. Nobody can see except Spain here and all that viewers that will be in the La Riviera, see? So I will make a great show. I don't know how much minutes I have yet, but how much space I have, I will make a great show.
Seguimos hablando de tu propuesta o intentando sacarte algún detalle de tu propuesta en Kiev. Háblanos del vestuario. Tu vestuario también es muy importante en tus actuaciones, es un vestuario bastante transgresor. ¿Tienes ideas también para ese vestuario en Kiev?
I have my costume designer, yes, and I can tell who is. It's Marina Banovic, the most popular designer in Montenegro. She's very talented, and she made the last thing she made is costume for Olympic Games for Montenegro. And that had a huge impact in the world because Montenegrin sportists were the best suited in the Olympic Games. So I've been doing with her, you know, she's my stylist for so many years. And of course, it's a logic way that I call her to be my costume designer for Kiev. Oh my God, it's going to be very, very fashionable, first of all. It will be modern. It will be stylish in the way that will be connected with the song, which is called Space, but also it will be a little bit ethno moments from the Montenegro.
¿Te consideras eurofan? Todos tenemos un primer recuerdo del Festival de Eurovisión, ¿no? Aquí en España es un evento bastante familiar y todos tenemos esas imágenes, ¿no? Con nuestra familia y tenemos ese primer recuerdo de Eurovisión. En tu caso, ¿qué primer recuerdo tienes del festival? ¿Tienes algún referente? ¿Cómo sueles ver Eurovisión habitualmente todos los años?
3 years ago I met Loreen. For me, she is the most, she's real artist. And when I was on the X Factor, when I was a host, I was so happy because I knew that for 5 live shows, she will be a special guest. Okay, I didn't was any more host and after that, but I knew because I'm very intuitive person that I will meet Loreen. And that happened 3 years ago in Montenegro. She had a beautiful concert in Budva. And I called my friends for a touristic organization. They made her concert in Budva. And I was like, okay, I want to meet her. I want to spend time with her as time allows us, if she has a free time. And they managed that for me. And I met Loreen and we were talking about like for 30 minutes. And I cannot, you can only, express that in the way that she's so special. I came with her CD because I've been listening her album for 5 years from the day she released her album. And there was a moment we were speaking about, and she's so kind and she's so gentle. And I told her, I'm not your fan in the way like fan. I'm your colleague. I'm an artist who realize what you're doing on the stage like an artist. I can recognize your mission. And you cannot imagine what your art means to me. Most of all, maybe in the difficult times of my, for example, personal life, in that time I lived in Belgrade and everything. And she was like, can you tell me what your horoscope sign? She asked me. And the only thing I didn't know about her is what she is in the horoscope. In that moment, I couldn't say in English because I didn't know. I told in Italian like Bilancia, and she was like, oh no, tell me what date. I told her 4th of October. She jumped and she started to scream, oh my God, you're Libra. And she took my hand and she's like, oh my God, you're so specific. One day you will be so great. And after 3 years, I think I have a feeling that she will win Melody Festivale again. And imagine that after 3 years, I will be performing with Loreen on the Euro Song Contest. If she wins that Melody Festival. For me, that's, it's so symbolic in the way, in that moment when I was speaking with her, I felt something strange in the way that I knew that something big will happen in my life, in my career. And after 3 years, it was this moment, Euro Song Contest.
Y bueno, hablamos ahora de música española. No sé si conoces algún grupo, algún artista español que sigas. Y si conoces algún cantante que ha pasado por Eurovisión de España, ¿tienes algún preferido? Me comentabas antes que tenías uno. Desvélanos quién es.
Yes, I have. the most beautiful song for me about Spanish representatives is Bandido de Azúcar Moreno. They two are so amazing in a way. A few days ago, I was on YouTube to see they, after all that years, and they were on the Spanish selection guests, and they sang the song. Oh my God, they're so beautiful. Okay, past so many years, but that energy and her voice is the same, or even much better now in the way that maturity and that kind of fearless on the stage is so amazing.
Muchas gracias, Slavko. Ha sido un placer tenerte aquí. Ha sido España el primer país que visitas. Para nosotros ha sido un placer tenerte aquí, hablar sobre tu candidatura y desearte la mejor suerte del mundo en este proceso. Y en Kiev, a ver si te podemos ver en la final.
Oh my God. Thank you so much. I'm really touched. And this time was so inspiring for me. And I hope that everybody will vote for me, especially Spain and all countries that have to vote, and that I'm going through final. I will give my best. That's the most important thing. And we will see. But I have a good feeling. And the only thing that is important, that I will meet so many beautiful people and that they will express my artistic being.
Feel the love, don't waste your time. We're by your side, don't be so shy. Baby, just follow me.
Thank you so much for having me here. I'm really touched and I'm very pleased to have so beautiful time here in Spain. And for the end, I want to say, yo amo España, no veo el momento de regresar una vez más.